Hi everybody, Tim Martin at Guaranteed Rate Affinity here. This is part 3 of our 3-part series discussing how demographics impact both the real estate and mortgage market. In our past videos, we have talked about the millennial and Gen Z generation, and we also talked about the boomer generation. Today, we are talking about the generation in the middle known as Gen X. Depending on the source you're looking at, Gen X is typically considered to be people born around 1965 through really early 1980s, so roughly 44 to 59-ish right now. Gen X is an interesting generation when it comes to real estate and mortgage because they're a very diverse generation. You're going to find first-time home buyers in this generation, people that have just never purchased in the past. Gen X actually represents the second largest group of first-time home buyers behind only millennials. But you're also going to find buyers that have owned real estate and have benefited from accumulating wealth that are maybe looking to trade up. We see more second home and investment owners fall into this generation than other categories. We also see, people that are purchasing due to or selling due to divorce or blended families, things that change their housing needs or where they want to live. Buyers in this generation are more likely to be motivated to purchase either closer to jobs or possibly closer to transit, like the train. They are looking at good school districts as they likely have school-age children in this age bracket, ranging all the way from elementary through high school and even post-secondary education. Some of them are getting towards the tail end of their career, but a lot of them really are in peak earning years. So you are seeing people in this generation be very qualified home buyers. And a lot of the needs that they have from real estate agents and also mortgage professionals is kind of coordinating everything. They're trying to time, do they sell their home first and then buy, or can they buy without selling? That's a very common, question that comes up. For many of them, it is the first time they've ever sold a home. So things like staging your home or getting a home ready for market. While they've owned homes for a long time, they may have not necessarily sold a home before. We also see probably more people in this generation impacted by the rate lock-in effect that we have discussed. The rate lock-in effect, discusses somebody who has a really low interest rate on their home, and because they don't want to give that up, it's prohibitive for them to move, even though they might otherwise be motivated to do so. Other generations don't experience the lock-in impact as much as your Gen X group. The reason for that is a lot of people in the Gen Z group just haven't bought yet. People in the millennial group either haven't bought or bought just recently. They may have a great interest rate, but they're not yet really motivated to purchase. People in the Gen X group that we're talking about today, though, they've owned for a while. They most likely refinanced or may have purchased when rates were low. Now they might be considering a trade up. So they're going to have a larger balance than, say, a boomer or the silent generation who has a lot of equity but might have a smaller loan on their home. They're trading up to a larger loan and giving up that low rate on the loan they have to take a higher interest rate on a larger loan. There is a delta there that could be prohibitive and could prevent them from doing so. So discussing a little bit of affordability, how to balance monthly payment, the potential to refinance in the future if rates come down. We have a lot of those discussions with people in this generation, trying to figure out how to make their housing needs and their financial needs kind of marry up. Some of the people that are buying in this market also are experiencing job relocations. I mentioned divorce and blended families impact people moving in this market. Often it is just a change in their housing needs in terms of where they need to live and the space that they need for their family. This group is definitely going to be looking for guidance from the real estate community, and often it's conversations that we have well ahead of time. So a first-time buyer, for example, could decide to buy, get pre-approved, go out there, identify a property quickly. But somebody in this group is more likely to have a longer plan. They're deciding they want to sell, making the decision to sell, making the decision where to buy, trying to marry up the timing. They may have kids in school, trying to time it with summer break or whatever the case may be. It's just a little bit more complicated for people in this situation versus, say, empty nesters trading down or, millennial first-time home buyers that don't have the same considerations. So guidance from both real estate professionals and mortgage professionals are vital in this segment of the population. If you have questions about anything we discussed today or have questions about mortgages in general, you can always reach me at 203-917-2800. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.